Afterglow to go the distance.
Long ago, when you were worth it.
Afterglow where you deserved it.
Oh, I know the dark confession.
All alone in silent spaces.
You like that?
Yeah, I like
you want
the,
a piece of that? Yeah, that's my earlobe, baby. Kind of like a nipple, but not really. Yeah. Oh, she's disappointed. Bye. Bye, Scruffy. Hey, we're live. We're here. It's Quarantinapalooza 50 Mission 5, 6,
I don't know.
7,
What is it?
25.
Yeah. Hello, friends.
Hi. I'm Sarah.
Welcome.
Donner,
I'm Michael McLean,
and this is
and
Quarantinapalooza.
which we've been doing for like a long time now.
Oh, well, all the weeks, all over a year.
All of the weeks.
Over a year. We're talking about what future might bring. You're gonna get a shot maybe next week.
I become eligible in Massachusetts for the shot on Monday.
Yes.
So we'll see how many people rush into the scheduling system before I get there.
Rush in.
I'm trying to figure out if I should like wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I'll still be awake. Or if like it's like when do I get to like go in and sign up for a shot?
You're gonna get a text and it's gonna give you a link and you'll get to go in there and it'll be just ready for you.
But that's the passive way to do it. I could also like go on
Oh.
Walgreens website and like schedule. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe I'll
know.
do both.
If anybody is has any suggestions out there, if you're in Massachusetts, because it's different in every state. But who else we got?
I was really excited to get the J&J vaccines, and so then I would actually be immune before you were, because you have like the Pfizer one or something like that.
I have Moderna.
Moderna, but you know,
Isn't that pretty?
blood clots
I like to
happen,
do
so
that
we're
like
waiting on that.
Okay.
Kate says, "Yay for vax!
Yes.
Yay for vax!"
Dax and yaks. The animal. So we have a good show for you all to see.
Oh yeah, is that what we're doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, we're not just bullshitting as usual. Don't worry, there will be bullshitting as usual. But we are super duper jazzed to have Mrs. Dr. Tawdry Hepburn.
Dr. Tawdry Hepburn?
Mhm.
Dr. Tawdry Hepburn?
I
don't know.
I think
I'm seeing
we'll
a
talk
nod.
about it. We'll talk about it. But we're going to talk about film. We're going to talk about porn. So you may not want to listen if you've got.
We're going to talk about slurping sounds, I hope. I'm seeing another nod.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then we have maybe Carlin Tripp, who is our musical guest, who we're still kind of waiting to check in. I haven't heard back from anybody.
Something will happen.
Something will happen.
Hopefully it's Carlin Tripp. He's absolutely amazing. But if something came up, then we'll fill in the time with our normal bullshit.
Kristen Ford just said, fuck her. I asked Kristen Ford 15 minutes ago if she could play. She said, I don't have a guitar, but I could beatbox for 3 minutes. I'm sure you'll find someone.
I mean, can we actually get her to come on and beatbox for 3 minutes?
I mean,
also, when is she ever that far from a guitar? Really?
I don't know. There's just right now. This is the first time ever. Anyways, we will figure out a musical situation, something to do. But it's going to be a great show either way.
It can't be what we've done in the past, which is like, Kim Smith, can you just jump on and do a full set? Because Kim Smith has
she's left the building.
She has left the building for the next several months.
Yep.
She is on her way back to Oregon to pursue her life over there. And then at some point she'll be back. But
Yeah. And then I think cat news. We've still just got a bunch of cats there that you can see. And then Charlie, who we talked about last week, Charlie's doing much better. Charlie had an ultrasound and x-rays, and after passing the over 12 inches of string through his colon, he seems to be doing a lot better. He got a stool sample in, and he has coccidia up the wazoo, literally.
That's where it goes.
So we're treating him for that next. Anyways, he's been bouncing off the walls today, which is really delightful to see because he gets pretty mopey when we have to give him fluids or medicine. So he's been sad about that. I think that's all the things we were going to touch base about.
Yeah. I just want to say hi to Lorraine and
yeah.
Julia and Sari and Pierre.
Oh,
There's, like,
Lorraine, we
really
got
lovely
some
people.
donations from you today for Smoosh's eye lubricant.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Bear Coons is here.
Oh,
Amy Finn, who I'm just like scanning through the text, but I think she just got a shot, so feeling the effects.
Yep.
So feel better soon.
yeah. Yeah.
Hamish
Hey,
says
Hamish.
howdy from Nashville.
Oh, hi, Hamish.
And
good
name
to
dropping
see-
Mercy Bell. Just do that anytime, man.
Well,
I
I'm
love
wearing the
Mercy Bell
shirt.
so much. Oh, yeah, right on. I did not realize that.
Yes. So I'm gonna play some music,
Yeah,
and then
do
we're
it.
gonna have Dr. Tawdry Hepburn on.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, and a special shout out to those of you watching and not chatting. We love you too.
Yeah. And as always, after that, we're going to hang out with our guests and Daniel and the Damsels of Dorkington. We're going to play some games and stuff. It's going to be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
Good time.
On a Saturday night. Yeah, this is the leftovers of our prom. No, the cabaret that we did yesterday with the Arts Council, which went really well, thanks to those of you who bought tickets and came to the cabaret yesterday. Just been letting the cats have at the Rain Curtain because it's a fun toy, and I was entertained by that. All right. Don't worry, nobody ate any. I feel like you should have texted these musicians because I can't be checking my phones. And well, we'll figure it out. Okay. All right. This is called Black Hole Heart. I have not played this in a while. On the horizon, where you could fall in time, slows down bang. There's a nice soft cat bed right there. So, get the, look at you nuggets. Oh, hi. Oh, look at those toes. Shift this down a little bit. Yes, there we go. That's the show you want to see right there. This is the content you're here for. I'm gonna do a song about my hometown, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Last Saturday, it was warm enough to walk to the water, and that was delightful. Yesterday it snowed. Supposed to be the last frost today. April's so mean in New England because you just don't, you're done with the winter. And every April you're still surprised when it snows just one more time. This is called Whalers and Sailors. Gravity's stronger than all this fear-mongering, but it's more fun to be scared than tied down. That which divides us can also unite us, but irony went out of style and out of this town. Out of this town, out of this town, out of this town, this town, this town. I get distracted and can't be proactive with scuppers and sails in my periphery. But I will eat better before I eat butter. Season my quahog with salt from the sea. Salt from the sea, salt from the sea, salt from the sea, the sea, the sea. And I'm fairly certain I'm more than what I am. I'm fairly certain I'm more than what I hear. But I haven't heard if it's here or if it's there. And if someone asked me, I'd be all they want. I'll wait for you in the parking lot. I'll wait for you in the car. Hey. But now there are sailors, and we all have ghosts in the back of our mind, back of our mind, back of our mind, back of our mind, our mind, our mind. And who will I marry, and who will carry me into the stars and out of this life? Will scatter me over the mouth of the river and let me dissolve like the stars in tonight, stars in tonight. Stars in tonight, stars in tonight, tonight, tonight. And I won't be the lily maid who drifted off the shore, way down in her boat and was heard from no more. Hurricanes will drown me before heartbreak does. Tape up the panes of love. I'll wait for the rains to come. Tape up the panes of love. I'll wait for the rains to come. Certain I'm more than what I hear, but I haven't heard if it's here or if it's there. And if someone asks me, I'd be all they want. I'll wait for you in the parking lot. I'll wait for you in the car. Thank you. I'm just going to assume in my heart that there are some emoji claps on the chat, but I'm not going to look just in case. Also, I appreciate the washing hands emoji because I didn't have my glasses on for the last few weeks. When I do the show, I tend not to wear my glasses. And I thought it was the applause. And so after the artists kept, after they played their songs, I would just do the washing hands signal. So you know what? Wash your hands and clap and wash your hands. Yeah, it's a good time. All right. I have not played this song in forever. And shame on me because it's like my song. All right. Also, if there are little ears that you don't Well, you shouldn't be watching this show with children anyways. You're a monster or a really cool aunt or uncle. That's how I get away with what I do. I'm just a cool aunt. Hi, babies. He is the motherfucking pterodactyl here to tear you a new asshole. Yes, it's true. He ate 10,000 lightning bugs, kissing his bowel like a million hugs. He shot them out on phosphorescent night, painting it like Christmas lights. He is the motherfucking pterodactyl here to tear you a new asshole. Yes, it's true. He enjoys his hobbies too. He smokes his pipe, rollerblades, and finds ladies who woo. Oh, yes, it's true. He rode with a Triassic crew that includes Leicesterosaurus and Plateosaurus too. He is the motherfucking pterodactyl here to tear you a new asshole. Yes, it's true. He enjoys his hobby too. Oh yeah, sexy in his pteroid bone. Oh, yes, it's true. He deserves. Oh, yes, it's true. It's just true. All the wonderful things that we say about the motherfucking pterodactyl. He got his vaccinations. He's actually a pretty responsible pterodactyl. He wears his mask when he can reach behind his head to put it on. They have to help each other out, you know. So that's how that goes. He is awkward on the floor. His feet are shit and his balance quite poor. He hooked up with a grizzly bear. They made love under the sea everywhere. Then that bear gave birth to a motherfucking pterodactyl who just might tell you a new. He is motherfucking pterodactyl. He is awkward on the floor. We're gonna, and that is why I don't play it very often. Yeah, that's a. All right, I'll do one more song. We're gonna do one more song. Then we're going to get Miss Tawdry Hepburn. Do. I am gonna take a moment to tune this though. It was not in tune when I started. Hi. Oh hi. That's neat. Our adult cat scratching on her scratcher. She likes to let you know when she's in the room. If you're not paying attention to her, she will let you know. Let me switch this one over. I don't even have any like upcoming shows or anything. That cabaret took everything out of me. So I'll be putting some online concerts together soon. I did get a request for the first time for an actual gig sometime in May. Well, I'm gonna feel it out and see how it goes. All right. You woke up broken and beat to ask me what to believe. It's your life, it's your discovery. Ooh, when you
that a Wilhelm scream I hear?
Yeah, the couch.
Hello. It looks like we have two actual real members of the Femsplained podcast in chat right now. So hello.
Hello.
Hello. Previous guests, and I feel like official friends of the show. Hello.
Previous guests and very official friends of the show. Yes. No, why we're Scottish now, but
You can be Scottish if you want to be Scottish.
I don't. No, I'm not going to do that.
I can do
I'm
my
sure
voice
I
that I
will-
do for all of my D&D characters, which is
please
maybe
don't.
Welsh, maybe Scottish, maybe
Oh.
Australian. I don't even know.
No, it's kind of Irish too.
It's kind of like
yeah,
kind of like
it's-
it changes as time goes on.
Anyways, let's bring on a new human being onto the show.
Okay, awesome.
Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're bringing on Tawdry Hepburn, which is, by the way, the absolute like best burlesque name I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had come up with it. My partner came up with it.
Okay, well, it's still cool.
That's like usually your better half, right? So you just like it's
Yeah.
basically you, right?
Yeah.
That's how I would. Yeah, that's how I would bring that. Welcome.
Welcome to Cupaloo.
I get them up.
I like these, by
You
the way.
like
I think
these?
they look really cool.
Thank you. They're good when you think it's should be 70 degrees out and it's actually 40.
Mhm.
So, welcome to the show. Can you do a quick intro and just tell
Ooh.
folks about yourself and what
Sure.
you do, what you're passionate about, and we'll get chatting about that.
Sure. My name is a lot of things. I go by Mrs. Tawdry Hepburn, Dr. Celeste Reeb, and Siebert the Seal on Twitch because I wanted to make it as hard to find me as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I have a PhD in film studies. I study sound, porn, and closed captioning. I play lots, I was gonna say I play lots of video games. I play like the same video games just over and over again.
Oh, that's what I do too.
Yeah. Like why play anything but Thief? And I do burlesque. And I am currently writing a history of blue eyeshadow.
Yeah.
So that's
And
what I
you
do.
are wearing blue eyeshadow, which is very
Oh.
on brand.
Very much.
Ooh.
Is it a particular blue eyeshadow or like just any
Whatever my friend gave me.
Yeah. I mean, that's often how I do makeup.
Yeah, just whatever leftovers my friends hand to me is what I use.
Oh yeah. So let's get chit chatting.
Yeah.
Oh, we wrote down questions because we're like,
We're profesh.
I wrote it on a piece of scrap paper.
Supposed to be like subtly
Oh, I'm
placed against
sorry.
the thing, so people.
I would have
they think
preferred
it
like a
came off the cuff, and we didn't. We're just naturally conversational.
grease stained napkin would have been my preferred method, but that's fine.
All right, noted for
With
now.
your note cards.
Yeah, we haven't had those since we were able to go to bars. So
Yeah. Fair.
yeah.
So let's do closed captioning. We want to start there.
Well,
Or do you wanna
actually, I
start
want
with-
to. Yeah, sure. We could start with closed captioning.
Okay.
What's the deal with you and closed captioning? Because first of all, I don't know how closed captioning works.
Okay.
I don't know how that applies to porn. And
Mhm.
but I know that you've done talks on this, etc.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very curious to get into that. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I
Like I thought we
Studied-
would start with burlesque and then move into closed captioning. but
Don't
let's just go right to
interrupt.
closed
Just let
captioning.
us.
so I studied sound originally is what I did. And then I watch everything with closed captioning. I always have. I can't imagine a time that I didn't. And I'm particularly interested in how audiences relate to media because I think that like film and media only matter in how they impact the people involved.
Mhm.
And so if you're making something like that's like high art, but only you relate to it, that's awesome for you. But that
Mhm.
doesn't inherently mean that everybody's going to connect to it. So I'm really interested in that particular relationship. And I was interested in sound. And then I realized one day I was watching something and I realized that like I was getting annoyed that TV sex scenes only use the word moan and groan for TV sex scenes. And they weren't saying who. There was this weird gendered logic that just assumed, oh, well, it has to be the female presenting person. Like, that's the person who has to make the noise.
Right.
And I was like, that's not true. Like, give me more. I want more details.
Can I interrupt real quick? So
Yeah.
you're watching everything with closed caption.
Yeah.
Is that because you have any kind of impairment, or you just prefer
No.
to see? Yeah. Okay.
I've always watched, and that's something I'm very cautious of, is that I do not speak for deaf and hard of hearing communities by any means. I am an advocate, and I would like to uplift deaf and hard of hearing activists. But as a person who is hearing currently, I can kind of use my position as a hearing person to kind of compare what's actually happening sonically and what is the closed captioning saying, and figure out what exactly is happening there. And that's also how I found out that like actors of color are miscaptioned at significantly higher rates than white actors. And so there's closed captioning is not nearly as neutral as you might think. And then, yeah, and so I just kind of took me down this long journey of looking at closed captioning. My dissertation looks at over 1,000 different pieces of TVs, movies, porn. Well, over 300 of those are porn specifically. So
Yeah.
But you are a doctor of film studies, and so like, this is like what you do.
It is. And I would like to say, I don't ever really use doctor. It makes me feel weird. But
it's so cool.
I'm just like, no. But yeah, no, technically I somehow have a doctor in film. And I've taught film. I taught film for 5 years. Yeah. Also, if I'm getting lower and lower, it's because I have really bad anxiety. And so I have like stress rash. So I'll just.
So, okay. I'm going to just.
Sorry, I'm dealing with the musician problem.
I know that. I can see that. Okay. It's going to be a cutoff point. I just want to talk about like your work in burlesque and body positivity. Now, we've had a few, we have a couple burlesque folks on before, and something I've been curious about, but I don't think I've asked, is when it comes to the comfort in your body, performing and being kind of vulnerable on the stage, if you want to put it that way. Do you think that it's kind of like a chicken or egg situation? Does body positivity and your confidence with your body start before you get into burlesque, or does it, like, what is the relationship and how that kind of feeds your own self care and self image?
That's a great question. So I think for me, getting naked in front of people is what led to having confidence. It did not have it before. And I actually had a really bad problem of, I used to joke with my therapist that I forget that I have a body, that I'm just hands and a head, which is weird because I'm also a fat performer. So there is a lot of me. But I performed with a queer burlesque troupe, and I had been going to see them. They had auditions, and I was just like, I like making costumes. So really for me, it was like a good way to make costumes. And getting to watch so many different type of people just have fun on stage. And then also having people actually tell me, and not in the condescending of like, you're so brave to take up space as a fat woman, but like, like actually being like, oh my God, it was just, I loved your performance. I love the way you move, or all these things. And I started like kind of connecting with my body, and having a therapist also helped. But it was actually, it was through having to be aware of my body in a way I never had to be before, of thinking about, where am I on a stage? How do I want to move? How's the sound interacting? That's actually what led to me being much more confident And I was definitely one of those people who used to get like, if you called me fat, I would have been like, oh no, you hate me. And now like it's a term that I'm just like, no, that is the structure of me.
Mhm.
And so it's been a pretty radical transformation of how I approach myself, including my stress rashes. I have some self-harm scars, like all of those niches and little bits of me are just like now, like, yeah, those are just parts of my meat suit.
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it.
So in other words, if you're struggling with self-confidence, go get naked in an area where people are consenting to see you naked. The consent part is important.
Oh, yes, of course. So you mentioned sound. How do you use sound in your performances? Since that was your big thing.
First, one of my most proudest is I actually do an ASMR burlesque number.
What? Which
is probably the greatest thing I've ever done. Including doing a dissertation. I love it so much. I'm lucky that because I listen to a lot of sound, I think I have a pretty decent sense of musicality. But also I just, I try to pick things that are the silliest thing possible. Really is my relationship to sound in burlesque. I perform as a giant can of cranberry sauce to a song called Oh Cranberry Sauce. That sounds like it's sung by school children, so it's a little weird, but I enjoy it quite a bit. But I do think because I had spent so many years just listening to a lot of sound and music, it did help me be more comfortable just picking music that felt right to me.
Yeah, yeah, that's so cool.
This is one of my, so I have a limited experience of seeing burlesque shows, and it's always been like specifically like nerdy burlesque in specific situations. But I feel like the thing that I love most about it is how there's body positive and weird and fun, and like it's just such an inclusive, like such a wholesome like environment, and I just love it so much. Yeah,
I do. And I would say like, so burlesque ranges. I was lucky that the first troupe I ever joined was a queer troupe that specifically was all about, you know, all kinds of bodies, all kinds of experiences. I don't know that I would have had that same experience if I had joined a much more maybe traditional burlesque group. And that's nothing against that by any means. Just the kinds of performance and costuming is very different than a queer troupe that's just like, whatever you do is fine. But I do think that like just seeing people just being so in themselves can be a great experience. So I do think it's one of those things of people who have never seen a lot of burlesque might just think that it's people getting naked on stage, but it's definitely not just that. And it really can make you feel great about yourself, just seeing other people be so pumped and so in their own body. So I very much would suggest people going to see burlesque. Nerdlesque, specifically if you have it, if that is an option. I have been lucky enough to perform with Apple a Day from Femsplained. And that's always a great, they're like a little underground podcast.
Lovely.
And that's always a fun time, getting to do like nerd specific stuff.
So I'm sorry if I was distracted and I just missed this whole part of the conversation, but can we talk about closed captioning in porn?
Yeah, please.
Okay. First of all, how does closed captioning work, and what do you have to do with it?
I just get to yell about it.
Oh, you just get to yell about it. Okay.
I just yell about it. No, I do. I have captioned some things myself, but it's not like a job that I have. I'm not affiliated with any company or anything like that.
But are there people who do that? Yep. I guess I've just been assuming it's just like a robot listening and getting words.
No, so the majority of captions for film and TV are hand captioned. The same for porn streaming sites. So specifically Pornhub has a closed caption category.
I did not know that.
Yeah, closed caption specific category. It has issues in the sense that the way that they're going about captioning their archive is they're doing it by most popular, which winds up meaning porn so straight, porn so white, porn so thin, non-kinky. Like, so it winds up creating other kinds of problems. But no, it is somebody's actual job. And that's true for the majority of film and TV. Obviously, or auto captioning is becoming much more popular, especially on things like Zoom and YouTube, things like that. But for anything that is an official release, it's going to be somebody making those choices. And so what I have done in sort of looking at, all of these examples is kind of say, how are our dominant beliefs, how are normative ideas impacting the kind of language choices people make when captioning? So some of those are really fun, great things that I love talking about, like the fact that slurping is probably the #1 caption that you're going to find in porn. And I hate mouth noises a lot. I love ASMR, hate mouth noises.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so as someone who runs a live kitten cam out of their house 24/7, like people can hear what's happening in our house all the time. I always watch porn on mute. Like, I kind of like the idea.
The cam is literally muted right now.
It's literally no, but like I like the idea of closed captioning, but I'm not sure I want slurping noises like going across the porn that I'm watching. I'm not sure.
I think and it's one of those things of like,
even if it's maybe it's true, maybe it's fine. I don't know.
I mean, I think slurping is kind of like the best descriptor in some ways of some of the acts. I mean, I personally hate it, but also if sort of the appeal of people who are watching and hearing the slurping is that kind of like visceral, in your mouth, just wetness that's happening.
Wetness. Yeah.
Right, the sort of then seeing slurping kind of like slurping's not a delicate word. It's a pretty visceral word in a lot of ways. So it does evoke those same kinds of things that like you enjoy hearing of slurping. I just wished I was dead after 344 videos.
Yeah.
And the comment sections. I read the comment sections to see if people were using the captioning.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite comment of all time is accessible porn makes my dick rock hard. And I want a t-shirt that says that so bad. It pains me. And I got an apple pie recipe that was really good. Yeah. It was also scary. I mean, you can imagine some of the comments weren't great, but yeah, people are using that those closed captions.
I didn't even know that was an option. I'll check that out. I feel like we kind of buried the lead a little bit here, though. You have 2 cats.
I do.
Can you show them to us?
Yes. Also, I have pants on. I'm wearing pajamas, and my partner's like, it looks like you're naked. So I just want to like, before I stand up, just let everybody know, like,
okay, we're ready.
I'm wearing
I'm
pants.
prepared.
Everybody get ready.
I'm gonna get the less heavy one.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Would we know the difference?
Oh, she does look a bit naked.
It does look a little naked.
Yeah.
That's why I won't wear any like light colors on my bottom half. I mean, there are other reasons I wouldn't, just because we live in.
Oh, you're so good.
But yeah.
Holy shit, that is an enormous cat.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Man, jumping in here to see.
Yeah.
Like, what? That is a big cat.
Aw.
You're beautiful.
Oh,
Now the cat can hear.
that's bit of bam.
What? That's a large cat. And very floofy.
He's so hi, honey. He's named after the band Between the Buried and Me, who's a metal band. Oh.
Oh, it's a cat window.
Good show. Good show.
I'll move my ponytail out of
Your
the
view
way.
ever.
It's always so disorienting to me when people we're chatting with on our show have daylight. Because we're on the other coast.
Yeah.
Yes, it is only 4:48 here, so I still have daylight. Yeah.
Start our happy hour early. All
And
right.
the other one is named Jimmy. His personality traits are trying to Sylvia Plath himself in the oven, and he's banned from the vet. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
yeah, and he's 20 pounds.
Good boy. I just want to open up if anybody in chat has any questions for Tawdry Hepburn. Highlight my name and I will look at them. And if I deem them worthy, I will ask a guest. You know who I'm talking to when I say that. Okay.
So we had this failed segment of this show that we tried to do for a couple months, called the Brook Club, which is we would watch a Jerry Bruckheimer film and then we would talk about it. And it just we canceled it, and there was a cool graphic that Daniel did and everything, but like we canceled it because it turns out we hate every Jerry Bruckheimer film. So I want to ask you, as a doctor of films, is there a good Jerry Bruckheimer film?
I mean, what does good mean?
I knew something. Yeah, I was going
That's
to say
important.
there's
My heart says no, but it's one of those things of like, I mean, I think some pretty awful things are good.
I mean, I love the Fast and the Furious movies, so like,
yeah, and that's a choice that you get to make for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I actually
love the sexism and all of that shit.
I do. I also like them. No, that's fine. Yeah, no, I don't think I am really a Bruckheimer fan. I'm also not a. And a shocking twist, I banned my students from writing about Tarantino.
Oh, I think that's okay.
Yeah, no, I've had to do that for my own mental health.
Like that, it's just brutal.
It's also,
I don't want to watch things that make me feel bad, you know?
I really like, it's more that every paper is Quentin Tarantino is the greatest director of all time. And I'm like, is he though? Like Jackie Brown is good, but that's because you have Pam Grier. I just feel like he's a director and writer who uses the N-word a lot, which I am not comfortable with. Yeah, no, and there's also like, so, and I don't even care. Like I get like making fun of him having a feet fetish, just like fine, whatever. I don't think people necessarily should like let him do whatever. My concern though is when you have things like Inglourious Basterds that has a pretty notorious choking scene in which he is actually the one who chokes her in the film because he said he didn't want to make his actors do that, and made her pass out doing it. And then you just think to yourself, but why? But why? Yeah.
So what's a film that you really could recommend?
Paddington the Bear.
Okay.
And Paddington 2. I'm not even kidding when I say that. I actually think they're delightful, soul-filling films.
I've never watched either.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and how do I leave the
Yeah, there's a little button.
I want to know what you've seen that we haven't seen that you enjoy.
I'm also a huge Vincent Price fan. So I would recommend anything starring Vincent Price.
I don't know who Vincent Price is. Tell me who Vincent Price is.
You don't
Does he do costume dramas? Because that's probably why I don't know.
He does.
Daniel's about to like mute me and let you go.
It's just funny because I literally have a Vincent Price tattoo like on my arm. No. So Vincent Price is an amazing actor who's best known for doing like kind of schlocky horror films. So he's in a film called The Tingler, which had a gimmick that certain seats in the film were rigged to vibrate at certain points in the film to cause people to scream. It is amazing. The director of that film is called William Castle, who is like my favorite because he's called the Gimmick King of Hollywood. He also did the original House on Haunted Hill, in which he rigged movie theaters to have a skeleton that would come flying through the movie theater at the same time.
Fun.
He also gave out life insurance policies to moviegoers in case they were scared to death. And so it's just like the perfect, like, schlocky amazingness. So I would.
Does this have something to do? So I know you're working on an app that has something to do with. Please tell us about the app.
So the app is, it is inspired actually by sort of the Tingler, but in not as much of a gimmicky way. So if you watch horror films, which I do love horror films that aren't actually like scary.
Okay.
A movie that a real movie that is of high class that I would recommend is The Witch, or The Witch. It's a horror movie. I recommend it, but also it's like quite a downer. So if you kind of want to be unsettled, that's the movie I would suggest. But so if you watch horror movies in the closed caption, most of the time it'll just say eerie sound. Okay, cool. Or ominous music. Those are the kinds of things. And horror is such a bodily experience. Like, we watch horror films to have that kind of body interaction. And so I really got to questioning, how can film learn from video games about creating sort of multi-dimensional experiences? And so I actually
the rumbles.
Yeah.
Etc.
And yeah, so I am developing, and there's like kind of a prototype called the Tingler, and the app is paired to like a short YouTube horror film that I got permission from the person to do. Not that I had to, because I'm not actually using anything from copyrighted material, but it just felt, like a thing I should do. And so at moments in the video that you would get that sonic information that would like cause you to recoil, your phone actually vibrates, and it to kind of cause that same sort of startle that something is happening to your body and you're reacting to the visuals. So really getting, how can we, if closed captions are always going to be limited in making people scared realistically, well, how can we still make really great affective experiences is kind of what I'm working on.
Sometimes when there's like a suspense part in a film and I don't want to, like, I will put the closed captioning on just until I get past the scary part, because you're right. Yeah. Like it's like, well, if I can just read this, it's not going to be that scary.
I did that for the first Conjuring film. I was like, well, this is getting too spooky. Silent.
And then just like, throw on, I don't know, Dave Matthews or something. I don't know. I just came up with a silly band. Don't judge me.
We never just throw on Dave Matthews.
No shame. But also
spread it across the internet.
I was trying to say
they only listen to the Dave Matthews Band.
The opposite of feelings. I don't know. Okay.
So I don't know if there are any questions in chat for Tawdry.
Yes,
but
there
if
are.
people wanted to
follow
you. Where would they do that? Where would they find out about this app whenever it becomes available, et cetera, et cetera? Like, how do they find you?
So I can be found on Twitter on Dr. Tawdry is my name on Twitter. And that's probably the best way, I would say, to sort of stay up there. I also try to, anytime that I am shockingly paid or invited to give talks about closed captioning, I try to make those available because I very much believe that academia needs to be significantly more accessible. I have a pretty big problem with its current setup. I'm sorry, can I interrupt you just a moment there? Like, I know that you are, I think, the first person in your family to get higher education. I'm the first person in my family to graduate high school. The majority of my family didn't get past middle school. How? I have so many questions.
Okay, you get one.
You
gotta
I'm so
pick
sorry
one. There's the list.
But that's just so fascinating to me that most of your family has like 7th, 8th grade education, and you're a doctor. Like, what led to that change? Like, how? Because there are so many things that affect like the kind of education you have access to. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm
so trauma. No, I mean, I joke and say that, but like in some ways, like there was a really probably unhealthy need to so a lot of my family are also heroin addicts. So there was this kind of like unhealthy need to be like, I'm not them. And I love them. And obviously things are very tense in some ways. But the more that I actually started teaching, so I taught for the past 5 years, the more that I was able to transition this like needing to prove something to myself to it being like, wow, I really love teaching people about film. And boy, howdy, do I think academia is kind of toxic and doesn't necessarily set student up for success, nor do I think that they're making themselves available and accessible to the public, which is really what it should be about. So that kind of set me on a different way of like, you know, if this trash bucket can get a PhD and like slowly like carve out holes and like break down little bits of walls for people to like access academic work, that's really what I would like to do.
That's awesome.
So
Okay. Yeah, right on.
yeah.
So David C asked, do the captioners have access to the scripts or they just go by what they hear?
Both. So usually, depending on how big of a production, they will be given a script. If they're given a script, and this is part of the problem I have. Sometimes they will do verbatim from the script rather than the kind of artistic choices that an actor might be making in the scene itself.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see, rather than just handing somebody a piece of paper, closed caption companies actually work with or have a dedicated, or the studio itself have a dedicated closed captioning team work with the sound designers. That's, I mean, having access to like what emotion, what's happening here, having access to like closed captioning can be creative. It can add so much to a scene that you're watching. So being able to have those conversations is something really that should be happening. So sometimes they get the script, sometimes they don't. And a lot of it comes down to whatever company is doing the closed captions. And it's kind of treated the same way as movie trailers where it's shipped out. So the people involved in the film are very unlikely to have anything to do with the captions. And that's something I think that if that were to change, we would see significantly better captioning.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It just seems like that should be part of the process of making the film.
That's what I mean. I would really advocate having a closed captioner or staff of closed captioners working on the set, having them be a part of the actual team rather than this, oh, this is a thing we have to do. Let's just send this off. It doesn't have to be so clinical or those sorts of things. I think there are other ways we really could be approaching this.
Yeah. Daniel asked, can you talk about the history of blue eyeshadow and the internet myth of blue not existing?
Okay, well, I am apparently not cool enough. I don't know what
I don't know what that means either.
Is this like a collective thing that the internet we are erasing? Okay, well, I can tell you that's definitely not true. So
there you go.
Well, okay, so I can tell you that blue eyeshadow is not a weird conspiracy theory. It did, in fact, there are arguments about when it started. Like there are arguments whether or not the translation of what Cleopatra wore was blue or green. So there's tension surrounding that. Makeup in the United States started becoming much more prevalent and popular in the 1910s, becoming more socially acceptable in the 20s. Why blue was actually one of the first that was like in product lines. It's kind of unclear why blue was selected, and a lot of makeup historians say it was just kind of random. What's interesting is that I'm particularly interested in blue as having this trash connotation. So blue eyeshadow, and not everybody, if you grew up somebody not being expected to wear makeup, you might not know this, but blue eyeshadow, I remember being a kid and being told, don't wear blue eyeshadow, it's trashy.
I had no idea this.
Yeah, it's like a
this is the
thing.
first time I've heard of it.
It's a thing. And it also has like these really like sex worker connotations or low trash. But at the same time, if you look at it, the first Barbie wear blue eyeshadow, high couture fashion always wears blue eyeshadow. So it's like it exists in these two different spheres. And I'm just fascinated by that, how it can be both super high class, but also super low class. So it didn't have its negative connotations really until after the 80s. So it starting in the mid 80s into the 90s where you start seeing more of the like associations with sex work or stripping or like trailer trash or those kinds of things. So it's a really interesting history, but I promise you the color blue has always existed.
That's what yeah, right. All right, couple more questions and then we are gonna move on. I think we have a musical
To our completely expected musical guest. We can see on the screen right here.
Completely expected. So also Beth B asked, how do you handle anxiety with performing? And do you ever use binaural sounds?
Okay, so I just let this happen. Anxiety. I'm pretty good about, I wish I had more like, if you're somebody who gets sick being on stage, like I'm pretty lucky that I've never had that severe of a reaction. Most of my anxiety comes afterwards. So yeah, so I actually have OCD and not in the like general pop culture need. I have OCD. And so I will, and everybody does this to an extent, but I replay moments over and over and over again. But every time I relive them slightly worse and worse. And so I actually have more anxiety reliving afterwards and imagining and my brain kind of warping it to be the worst thing. Like everything went wrong. This was horrible. And that's actually a lot of my anxiety. So, and that's just being able to tell myself like, no, I am control. I had a good time, like really being able to break apart, like, what do I want?
Right.
Not, it's one of the few times that you can tell yourself, my brain's wrong. Like my brain is telling me things that aren't true.
Oh yeah. We talk about that a lot in this house on this show.
Yeah.
Your brain's an asshole.
It really is. And so it's just you having to acknowledge, okay, my body is reacting this way. My brain is telling me these things, but I don't think like it's not true. Like, and so those are the kinds of things that so a lot of my anxiety is afterwards. And it's taken, I do actually, that's where ASMR helps me a lot, is I do like, just completely like, I'm not even going to acknowledge it. I'm going to wait until my body stops reacting to this situation or this event before I start even thinking about, like, let my body process it and let my brain come back to it. And yeah, I listen to all kinds of ASMR. I do some of the binaural beats or like some of the like sound stuff.
Can you just explain to that
what is that?
What a binaural sounds are?
There's certain sounds that a lot of it gets used at certain frequencies, but also binaural. A lot of people have microphones that are shaped like little, it's like a thing with ears on each side. And it makes it so that the sound is actually occurring with what ear is happening.
So it like pans the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can think about like, that's how movie theaters, if you're ever in a movie theater and sound sounds like it's moving from one side to the other, that's just a super fancy, sophisticated version of that. And so a lot of people on YouTube have these, a lot of them use a specific model, the 3Dios. You know what? I know I've never heard anybody say it, so I don't actually know what it's how to say it. But yeah, so it actually will break up if they're whispering in your right ear, it'll show, or it'll happen in your own right ear.
Huh. Okay. How do you feel about ice?
Ice. I thank you for whoever asked this very specific ice question. I have strong feelings about ice. The best ice is the small pellety kind. With or without the hole is okay, but it needs to be that small chipped ice. Best ice, especially for lemonade. And really, you should be using that kind of ice for any drink you're making, unless you're making a drink with bourbon. Or I guess like any alcoholic drink, but I mostly drink bourbon. Then you're going to want your big chunky babies. Yeah.
Have you had the circle ones?
Yes, I have one of those
A lot.
molds. Okay, but my mold makes it taste funny. My mold, I don't. But
I'm
a friend
actually
gave
very
it.
sensitive to the taste of the
Have-
ice.
Have you cleaned the mold?
Okay, no, and it was given to me from a friend. So, I could try that. I guess the revolutionary twist of events. I'll try cleaning the things people give me. But whoever just said Sonic Ice is the closest to the type of ice that I need for all drinks. Do not drink dry ice. Never dry
that
ice.
sounds like a really bad idea.
Dry ice. No, that's a no. That is not an endorsement on the show.
No, yes. Nope.
Yeah. All right. Non-melting frozen ice substitutes. I don't know what that means. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know. It sounds like something a robot would use, and I'm against it.
Okay,
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
you're a robot. Okay. Any more questions for our delightful guest?
I mean, I have so many written down here, but I think we covered the important things.
Yeah. What was that, Daniel?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. So, I know that you make a lot of your own clothes.
Do.
And this is something I'm super interested in, and I have tried to do in the past. And I just everything I make, nothing fits, and I don't even have interesting shapes going on. Like, how
Are you using a pattern first? So a pattern is a guide. I know that sounds silly to say, but I think a lot of people don't think that's really just a starting point. I will typically go a few inches outside of the line, pin it all, try it on, and then that's where you can start tucking and squeezing. And honestly, all of my clothes are things that look great from the outside. Great seems like a strong word. That look
No, I've seen your Instagram. You look great.
deceptively okay from the outside. The inside is not good. The
not
inside is
aligned.
The
yeah,
weird
it's
seams and the
you weird just string that you can't find where it actually goes to, and that's fine. I love people making their own clothes, and if you're somebody who wants to start doing that but feels fabric can be expensive, I totally get that. I usually just buy clearance stuff. I'm currently making something with this fabric that is bunnies with little palm tails.
Bunnies.
I try to pick the fabric that people are like, who would wear that? The answer is me. Go to a secondhand store, get sheets and get curtains. It's the best thing to practice with. It's cheap. You're going to get a ton of fabric. It tends to be things that, while they might not have a ton of stretch, are fairly light. So linens, cottons, things like that. So it's not going to clog up your machine. You're not going to be fighting with it that much. So really it's just practicing, being okay with it looking a little janky at first, and really just pinning things till they feel good to you. So if you're making something using a pattern and you're like, oh, this looks really boxy on me, you're allowed to move it in. You're allowed to tuck it in more. I know.
I feel like that's maybe where I've gone wrong in the past, is I just follow the pattern and then I put it on and it feels like a sack and I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
So do you then make your own burlesque costumes?
Yes. Yep. So my tagline. So my can of cranberry sauce is just literally, I start as a giant can of cranberry sauce, and then I have this red fabric and I just wiggle for a minute. Yeah, so my tagline is Mrs. Tawdry Hepburn held together with hot glue in a dream. Because I mostly hot glue my burlesque.
Oh, so it's not like Velcro versus snaps. It's like hot glue and then poof.
Yeah, it's
That's the sound of clothes flying away.
There's kind of two camps. So there's like the burlesque people who are like, their costumes are gonna last them forever. They're great, they're beautiful, they're well made. And there's the camp I belong to, which is like, I only need this to happen for 5 minutes. And also I didn't start until 48 hours ago.
I like that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. So that's I'm more of the I started 48 hours ago.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. I just
Wait, so do you make your own pasties?
Yep.
Yep.
I love making pastries. And I think actually when Avalon was on here, she mentioned how she really, there's something about it being like, first of all, I love miniatures.
Mhm.
I made my partner a miniature Hollow Knight diagram or a diorama, and it was like the funnest thing I've ever done. There's something about making little things that are sparkly and like very theme specific that is just I just make pasties because you want to.
Mhm.
Just do it. That's we're in quarantine. You have nothing else to do out there.
I mean, hopefully we'll be out soon, but yeah.
Next week, on next week's Hufaloo, you can see Michael and his
Right.
pasties.
Yeah, I would do
You
that.
need a new crafting segment of just, I mean, make what kitten,
True.
make kitten shaped pasties.
Aww. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. Not. I mean, no. Yeah, with like little ears, and the other side can be a butt.
See?
A little tail. Aww, it's so cute. I just imagined it in my mind.
I feel like there's some controversy over this. Does burlesque always have pasties, or
So that depends on your state. So each state has different nudity laws.
oh, hold on.
Oh.
We never described what a pasty is,
Oh.
but I definitely want to hear about that. What is a
Well,
pasty, and then talk
a
about
pasty is something that covers your nipple.
It's gonna
Plain and simple in terms of like some people will also just wear like nude or skin toned for themselves pasties if they're wearing like a dress and it's going to be cold out and they're not wearing a bra. So like pasties aren't always these like super fun things.
They don't always have tassels.
They don't have to have tassels. No.
Does it depend on the state?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Different tassel laws. In Florida and Tallahassee, you have to have tassels. That was the worst thing that's ever come out of my mouth, and I apologize. So it varies per state. So some states won't let you go down more than what you would wear for a bathing suit. Some states don't even require pasties, and you can technically just go, like you could go down to your nipple. So that's just something that really varies, whatever and some of it can be your specific county. So if you're going to do a burlesque show, check your nudity laws.
Okay.
Good to know.
Always good advice.
Yeah, I've only ever had a pasty pop off once, which was a weird experience. So
You're like, well, it happens. What-
Daniel, how are we doing on time here?
All right.
Okay, cool.
Sari asked Maurice, question. Does Tawdry think, what do you think about the legendary burlesque performer Kitty West, also known as the Oyster Girl?
oh, I don't know if I'm gonna look it up because I also have this, I have a smorgasbord of things happening. I have really bad memory problems, which is kind of fun in the sense that like stories and movies to me can always be new, even if I've already seen them. But I'm going to.
Oh, that would be good, because I've seen the original Fast and the Furious at least 15 times, I'm gonna say, and I would love it if it was just new every time.
To experience something new. And like, so my partner is one of those people who really likes telling stories. They're a great storyteller, and they tell stories multiple times. So for me, it's always new.
On the other hand, like there's a lot of these things that I love that don't hold up over time, but I still love them because I love them originally. hold on. Maybe I'm reconsidering my position on that.
Hold
Maybe
on,
I
wait.
don't want to see Fast and the Furious anew.
Yeah. Some things you're like, wow, I really like it because I like the nostalgia that I have for it. You watch it and you're like, oh, this is not.
Yeah.
Thanks to Valerie who just sent us a link for kitten shaped pasties.
Yeah.
Oh, see, they exist, but you could still make your own special ones.
Yeah, I think I would want to make. Yeah, I'd make my own. I'm not in. Yeah, I'd want my own, and it'd have to be a specific cat that not just any old
Yeah, it has to be a
willy-nilly
cat.
cat on my nipples.
A
You need
cat
a
close to
special
your
cat.
heart.
That's exactly.
In terms of Kitty West, I don't know if I knew of her specifically, but I'm very excited looking at the pictures to look her up after this.
Yeah.
But I do like some of the older performers who are much more like shtick based.
Yeah.
I like those and wish it were more of that and less like weird appropriation. So
Well, we want to thank you for being on our
Thank
show
you.
today. I
Thank
do
you.
see we have our very special musical surprise guest in the wings. As always, folks, you should support Tawdry Hepburn. Check out the Instagram, the Twitters. Someday go see a show when there are shows.
Someday.
Someday
Someday.
soon. Yeah, and as always, if you'd like to, you are welcome to join us for Jackbox Games in a little bit. But first, we're going to go to surprise
Surprise,
guest,
Molly
Chris
Lewis.
Whisper.
I'm so excited to see you. We didn't
Hello,
know we
friends.
were gonna see you like half an hour ago.
I didn't know either. It's a surprise to both of us.
Surprise Molly is the best kind of Molly.
Thank you so much, Tawdry. Molly, hello.
Hello.
Hello. It was so refreshing to hear an interview where all the opinions were correct. That was what was great. I learned so much. Hi, friends. I've been distracted by, there's a little kitten kind of going back and forth on the curtain
Oh,
behind you.
Yeah,
I
they're
got a
Yeah.
little tiny subway. Hello.
having a good time. We're just letting them tear it up. We're
said-
gonna let you tear it up.
Okay. I'm showing off all the sunshine that I have on the West Coast.
Oh, just rub it in.
Just rubbing it in. Though my sparkle curtain game can't really step to yours right now.
It is
I appreciate
Sparkle
it.
curtain game though, so you got
Yes.
it.
Well done. You may stay on the show.
Okay. All right. That was the easiest audition. Thank you.
Sparkle curtain. That's all you need. All right,
All
we're
right,
gonna get off
Molly.
the stage. Go.
Yeah, please go refill your drinks. You've worked so hard. Okay. Hi everybody. Hi, welcome to Quarantinapalooza. I'm your surprise musical guest, Molly. This is my Telelele. It's very fun to write in cursive. If you're looking to practice your curvy handwriting, write the word Telelele a bunch. I hope I hope Daniel, you'll let me know how the level is. Can you hear me talking while I? Okay. Great, because it's going to be a combination of music and talking, and I want to make sure you can hear both. This first song is an original song based on a true story. Most of my songs are based on true stories, but this one's not mine. It was about a lady who was in the news a bunch because she was going for an important job and then she lost it to an incompetent white man. Tale as old as time. This song is called Pantsuit Sasquatch. Daniel, do you look like you're about to say something? No? It's a Telecaster and a ukulele got into the Smasher machine that made Dr. Manhattan, and it came out this. You know how a banjo-lele is when a banjo and a ukulele love each other very much, and then they have a litter of banjo-leles. That's how teleleles work, except it's a Telecaster and a ukulele in a consensual union. Yeah, and it's quieter for if you're the kind of person who plays ukulele in the middle of the night, which I would not normally be comfortable making such a broad categorization. But if that person would be anywhere else, it would be in the Quarantinapalooza chat, I think. So you know what I'm talking about. So this song, anyway, it's about an older lady who wants to be left alone. It's called Pantsuit Sasquatch. Carry on with your business. There is nothing to see. You must be pretty desperate if you've come out looking for me. You regret how we parted. That is well understood. now please leave me to sip on my wine and to wander the woods. Didn't I go where you sent me? Didn't I meet your demands? Didn't I answer your questions? Didn't I shake all your hands? Didn't I do the best I can? Wasn't I better than any man? Wasn't I cool and collected when all of the shit hit the fan? Wasn't I cool? Wasn't I? I can swear, right? On the Sarah Donna show, of course I can swear. You asked how I am doing. Stupid question, I'm fine. Just another man helping himself to what's rightfully mine. Did you say I look tired? I'm not tired at all. I was trying to shatter a ceiling where he built a wall. Didn't I check all the boxes? Didn't I follow routine? Didn't I travel the high road? Never was petty or mean. And did I run a clean campaign? Did I inform and entertain? And did I let down my guard because my rival had half of a brain? Did I let down, didn't I? All my credentials didn't matter. All my service and nobody cares. They tried to purchase the world on a platter, phoned in some favors and now it is theirs. You know it brings me no joy to see you in this hole. Oh, what the man would destroy to maintain his control. So goodbye, good luck below, I'm going high. I know you want your closure, 'cause the future's unclear. I feel no obligation to tell you what you want to hear. Would you like me to save you? Would you like me to quit? Or would you prefer it if I taught myself how to knit? Couldn't you mind your own business? Couldn't you just leave me be? You brought this on yourselves, gang. Don't try to pin it on me. Couldn't I peacefully retire into these hills I so admire? Couldn't I serve up the tea while he sets the whole party on fire? Couldn't I serve? Couldn't I? And when they write this history, I'll take the moral victory. Wasn't I right at the center of all that this country could be? Wasn't I right? Wasn't I? And that was my set, I think. Is that possible? Daniel, let me know. Okay. Wonderful to be back, Quarantinapalooza. I miss you. Bye. What? Okay, bye. All right.
You woke up and dressed and made it out alive. It's an accomplishment till someone says just smile. So you punch them in the face, metaphorically. Close your eyes, take a breath, grit your teeth. You could just disappear, never say goodbye. But then you live in fear of what it's like to die. And some don't understand why you need those pills. Why you can't shake it off, why you never will. When you're loved more than you could know, and you feel like you're on your own, on the dirt, in the dark of the deepest hole. Your brain is an asshole.
Did get a message from Carlin. We just can't see your face.
Yay!
Carlin Tripp!
And you're still here.
All their eyes are focused on your feet, and each decision is left to
No, it's cool, man. Like,
so too much,
everything's
you're
weird
not
right
enough,
now,
and
man.
it sits upon your chest. If you're watching the clock at dawn, and you can't turn the TV off when you can't sing along to your favorite song, your brain is an asshole. Oh, 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 oh.
Okay. Okay, we're ready. We can do this.
No, we are not special because of our disease. It's just nice to get along and have a song that we can sing.
It's okay. Oh, your phone is sideways again. Come on, I thought we fixed this.
I have a
last
much better-
week.
Our brain. The asshole. Oh, 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 oh. And you're a lot more than you could know. But you'll feel like you're on your own on the dirt and the dark, the deepest hole. Your brain is an asshole.
We can unmute.
All right, we're unmuted.
Hey, can I just
Oh.
talk just a moment about how much I love Molly Lewis?
Okay.
She's so great.
What a great sport.
She is so great.
That was like that that was fabulous. Thank you, Molly, for jumping in there. But guess what? Our friend Carlin is here now. Yay! Which is super exciting. We met at a fundraiser for a cat rescue a while years back. And then Carlin came to perform at our house concert series, the Stove Boat.
It was such a good show.
Yeah.
Such a good show.
I don't even think we had a name for our house concert series. That's how fresh off the boat.
I think so. How's the sound? Is it good enough? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you and stuff.
Sounds great.
I don't think it's in tune, but we can fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Thank you for making time for us. I know it was
Oh my goodness. It is something else around here, you guys. We
Yeah.
have a 15-month-old who she's teething, so she doesn't sleep at night.
So
we all run off somewhere.
I mean, I don't sleep at night, but it's mostly existential dread. I think I have all my
That's
teeth.
different. Oh my goodness. So we're just like, my mind is fried.
well, I think kudos to you. You could have just been like, I forgot, sorry. But you whooped it down into the basement and you got your guitar out and you're here now. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're
And by
here.
the way, so my Spotify release radar playlist every week for like weeks has been like all Carlin Tripp all the time. I feel like you just dropped a live album, and then I
Yes.
think just yesterday there was a new studio track that came out. You're making stuff in the middle of all this stuff that's going on. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I mean, so I definitely took some time off. You know, I felt like I had a pretty big break there. But you know, the daughter was born, and then like a year went by, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it just hit me, and I was like, you know, I had a friend who had taped that show at the Burren, and so it's been out for a while, you know, on like different places like, you know, nugs.net and archive.org, these other places. But I was like, you know, that's like I kept listening to it and just thinking that it sounded like a really great show, you know, like we really nailed it, you know, and I don't do too many band shows. It's pretty much like a solo thing all the time. So that night was like a big deal. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to release it on Spotify. It's been a long time. It'll give folks, you know, something to listen to, you know, different sound for me. And then, the single's been in the works like for a little while. I've been working with Scott Mickelson, you know, back and forth, like songwriting sessions. He's a producer, and he really helped me out, you know, helped me pull that song out. And I just went on like this really pretty aggressive Spotify campaign where, I mean, I just reached out to like, you know, probably close to 300 people, like personally.
Good for you.
know,
That's like lots of
yeah,
time, like cut
Oh,
paste,
it's
cut
wild.
paste.
Yeah, it's really
Same.
been wild, you know. And like, yeah, and the community, I think, really sort of like rallied, and yeah, so I think that I started showing up in people's, you know, release radars, you know.
That's great.
I think I got a little bit of the algorithm on my side for a minute there, you
Mhm.
know, which
Yeah, it works, man. I've been listening to you
Yeah.
for weeks.
Oh, that's wild. Oh, it's so cool to hear.
Hey, and
'Cause, yeah, I mean,
let's
I
let
see some-
everybody else listen.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
This is
Who
I
are
don't know.
you?
That's doubloons, I think, or shark bait. It's shark bait.
Oh, that's
That's
Shark
shark bait. Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
color
She's
collar.
got the
Yeah,
blue
shark bait.
collar. But
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna
thanks.
go ahead.
Thanks for the props on that, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
So we're gonna this is when we're gonna get off the stage and we're gonna hand it over to you and please play set as
Yeah, I can play a couple songs. Absolutely.
cool.
Thanks, you guys.
I'm gonna mute.
Got my mood lighting going on here. I think we're mostly in tune here. So yeah, I'll actually just start off with a new song. Oh, that's the one. There's the culprit. All right, I can live with that. The new song is called Float Upstream. Watching the wild winds blowing through your hair. Tomorrow comes and we will soon be there. I'm taking my time as I'm walking through this world. I see that smile on my little girl. Float upstream, you and me, under the stars tonight. In the jet stream, we'll be flying free, riding into the light, into the light. I got a fever, a feeling inside. I got a love for a girl that I can't hide. Riding this wave till I get to the other side. Yeah, that look in your eyes, oh, it gets me so high. Oh yeah, yeah. So float upstream, you and me, under the stars tonight. In the jet stream, we'll be flying free, riding into the light, into the light. We'll be riding into the light. Float upstream, you and me, under the stars tonight. In the jet stream, we'll be flying free, riding into the light. You float upstream, up you and me, under the stars tonight. Oh, in the jet stream, we'll be flying free, riding, yeah, into the light. To the light. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. All right. I've got some new songs, so I'll play some new songs. That'll be fun. Still kind of working them out a little bit, still writing them, but for the most part, they are kind of under production, which is cool. Taking the recording process very slowly this time around. The last record I did, I recorded in 3 days, and then it was 5 songs and written them and rehearsed them, but the recording process was fast and action-packed. So this one's a little more back and forth, working it out, that kind of stuff. But the song, Actually, this is great. This song pretty much sums up why I am late for this evening's live stream. It's called 5 a.m. All right. Let's see if this works. It's 5 a.m. and I'm up with my little girl. Coffee in my teacup, milk begins to swirl. The sparrows at the feeder, yelling at the squirrels. Big sister's coming down the stairs. We might have to start that over. I don't usually start these things over. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, we got it now. It's 5 a.m. and I'm up with my little girl. Coffee in my teacup, the milk begins to swirl. The sparrows at the feeder, yelling at the squirrels. And big sister's coming down the stairs. And I can see the sunrise on the fresh white snow. Red and yellow, blue and indigo. Oh, 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 oh. Picking up the pieces, puzzles on the ground. And here's some French toast stuck to a doll I found. Digging through the records, we put Neil Diamond on. And my grandma loved his songs. And I can still remember dancing in the dark, the two of us together, looking for a spark. And it's a pretty good place to start. And it's a pretty good place to start. Yeah, 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 yeah. And hoping for the strength to guide me. And I know I got this love that's inside me. Just a look, I see the whole world in your smile, and all the beauty of a child. It's 9 a.m. now, the day has just begun. Your sister's off to school now. There is only one. I'm trying to read the paper, trying to get things done. And she is sleeping in my arms. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. I've got a case of the dropping microphones here. Yeah, so that's called 5 a.m. and I'm definitely a dad. And I love writing these songs right now about what it's like having daughters, and being 39, almost 40 years old now. So there's been some reflection going on. And I'm gonna tune this thing because it's still not quite behaving. And this next one I'll play it's called something left to say, and it's I get in these modes every once in a while. I think in my 20s I kind of lived everywhere, traveled all over the country, and it was definitely a much different type of lifestyle that suited my 20s. But it's surreal to think about once in a while. There we go. And sometimes when I write songs, I just kind of, it's like more of just like a mood or a feeling that kind of writes the song, not necessarily, you know. There we go. I am not as easy as I once was. I find myself forgetting things I've known, wading through the waters of my memory, waiting for the tide to carry me home. But I can see the forest through the sunlight in the leaves, and I can hear the mighty river roar. So much I've left behind me in the corners of my mind, and there's so much left in store. And I was once a lonely man, I traveled by myself, never much of anything to lay upon my shelf. And you can see the lines I've drawn upon my furrowed brow, but I'm still here anyhow. Will you carry on without me? Will you take what I have done? Will you dance beneath the moonlight tonight, or serenade the setting sun? The river keeps on flowing, a mountain to the sea. It sinks below the surface, all the roots of destiny. Waiting on tomorrow, wishing for today, and there's something left to say. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I was once a lonely man, I traveled by myself, never much of anything to lay upon my shelf. You can see the lines I've drawn upon my furrowed brow, but I'm still here anyhow. All right. Thank you. Cheers, you guys. Yeah, thank goodness I didn't have to make it to a venue, you know. I was like, I missed the show, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I could just go downstairs. Let's see. What else can I do here? I'll do and I kind of have to like sing with my inside voice a little bit so as not to wake the sleeping baby. So there's a difference. I will I do look forward to the day when I can get outside or in a bar or something and yell and sing loudly again. Summer come and summer go. And the winters here are freezing cold. At a kitchen table all alone. You're building castles with your soul. I will come there for you. Oh, wherever you are going, she says. Yeah, what a silly thing to do. Oh, but deep inside it's growing, and I know you've got me in your sights, lying deer in headlights. It seems like so long ago. Since I held her in my arms. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and the days they pass so slow. And time marches on, you know. You know, whoa, whoa. As time marches on, you know, whoa, oh. As time marches on, you know, whoa. I will come there for you. Oh, wherever you are going, she said. What a silly thing to do. Oh, but deep inside it's growing, and I know you've got me in your sights. Well, I am a deer in headlights. Yes, I will come there for you. Oh, wherever you are going, she said. What a silly thing to do. Oh, but deep inside it's growing, and I know you've got me in your sights, like a deer in headlights. All right. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so the Live at the Burn record, I put that out. Yeah, that was cool. That was a really spontaneous sort of decision on my part, and I'm really happy that it got out there and it's been listened to. And man, I've been listening to it and just think, oh, it was just so much fun. I do wish I had more band gigs like that, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll do a song off that. This was on The Shape of the Island, and it's called Right Back Home to You. lend a helping hand. Oh, and some may choose to take their time and walk a different kind of line, and we're all in this together through sun and stormy weather. But right back home to you, right back home to you, there are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you, and I will see you when tomorrow comes. Tell you about the girl I love. She is sent from up above. She's nowhere in between, the best I've ever seen. Yeah, and I took her hand and held it strong. Said, in the morning I'll be gone, but soon I will return. So let that fire burn on, and right back home to you, right back home to you. There are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you, and I will see you when tomorrow comes. Lost on country roads, riding shotgun with a ghost, the shadows in the lights. I grabbed the wheel, I took control, and I surrendered to the sound of lonely hearts that beat out loud. Will I hear them in the night? I know we'll be alright, and right back home to you, right back home to you. There are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you, and I will see you when tomorrow comes. Yeah, right back home to you, right back home to you. Yes, there are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, oh yeah, right back home to you, and I will see you when tomorrow comes. Right on. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, this is another one that I listened back to on that live album. That I thought, oh man, it's so cool to have a band playing that song. It's called Switchboard Operator. I'm begging, baby, please come back to me. Oh, well, I feel so all alone now. A ship that's lost at sea. I'm so far from my mooring, waiting for the morning to come. So for now, I'm out here on my own. Well, I feel so disconnected, lost and misdirected like a switchboard operator. I just left, said see you later. I've had enough of these questions, lost and missed connections. Whoa. For now, I'm out here on my own. darling, it's my heart that won't let me fall apart. Yes, see, I love you through and through. It's a special kind of blue that holds two souls together through all kinds of weather. Whoa, whoa, for now, it helps us grow. And the days go by. Yeah, the days go by. And the days go by. Yeah, the days go by. All right. Thanks, you guys. How long do you guys want me to play for? 2? Yeah, cool. All right, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Come on, you. There we go. All right. We got a fish today. That was a really big activity today, really big commitment. Got my daughter, she's 5. We got her first fish. It's a beta fish. It's officially named Fred. It's very cute. She loves it. She swears she's gonna take care of it. Trust her. This is a song called Open Arms. Maybe I just lost myself today. Maybe I'm just broken pieces in a body tossed away. Oh, but maybe there's still sunshine in my heart to burn off all these rain clouds, and we'll watch the waters part. Oh, my heart gets tossed into the bay with open arms. And someone else is playing games, but we're not. Falling for the same old ways, oh, not this time. No. And maybe we'll never ever know which way the wind is coming from, or which way it's gonna blow. Oh, well, maybe we're just here to find the cause. Time is just a tourniquet now that's blacking out the stars. So my heart gets tossed into the bay with open arms. Someone else is playing games, but we're not. falling for them same old ways. Oh, not this time. No. Maybe I just lost myself today. Or maybe I just lost myself today. Hey, hey, maybe I just lost myself today. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Man, thanks you guys. Thanks again for having me on here tonight. Let me rock out a little bit. It feels great to play some music for some people. And do one more before I put the guitar down. Yeah. This one's called Hands of Love. I was not born a highway robber. I have not read the book of Job. Well, summer was breaking in the old meadow, walking down in the hands I know. So walk me down in the hands of love. Hold me now in your sweet arms. I'm holding on to what we got. Love like the rain, and that's a lot. There's no more time, there's no more waiting. Heaven is love, baby, with you now. And home is where my love's heart is beating. I got time for you to show me how. In the meadow where fireflies fly tonight, well, I see her face by iridescent light. Love so strong, it carries on the wind. It can't be held, but I can breathe it in. Have you heard a songbird sing? Yes, when I awoke, you were in my arms. The song we sing now, we sing together. Carry us down in the hands of love. So walk me down in the hands of love. Hold me now in your sweet arms. I'm holding on to what we got. Love like the rain, and that's a lot. Love like the rain, and that's a lot. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Okay.
Carlin.
Yeah.
Guys, I think all the links have been linked. All the links that could be linked are
Oh,
linked
amazing.
on the linky link chat.
We love links.
So friends, go check out
Go
Carlin's
follow
music.
Carlin.
Go follow.
Go check it
Yep,
out.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang
Oh,
out.
And maybe
in the midst of craziness.
all the crazy,
Yeah.
like maybe in the after times you can come play another house concert at our place.
Yeah.
That would be
I
amazing.
am like so ready for the after times.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the next times are around the corner.
The next times are around the corner.
Yeah.
And we'll see each other soon. It'll
Yes,
be great.
definitely.
Yeah. Everybody go check out Carlin's stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to take a quick break and we're going to head over to some games. We're going to play some online games.
Games.
We're going to take a little, I suspect, video. trip.
Assuming Daniel
I
has
don't
something
know.
loaded.
Usually
I don't
Daniel
know.
has a transition situation.
Or we could just chat. It's fine.
There we go.
Yeah,
we need
absolutely.
to-
Thank you so much, Carlin. Oh, we're not.
I hear the drums echoing tonight. She hears only whispers of some quiet conversation.
I'm kind of interested.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
Can we talk? Or are we just talking?
I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some long forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, "Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you." It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you.
There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa.
I bless the rains down in Africa. I
just to, oh, I guess we'll introduce. Okay, we're back on. Hello.
Are we unmuted? I don't even know.
We're unmuted. We're so loud. Welcome back to Q-Palooza.
Carlin Tripp is so great.
Carlin Tripp.
Can we just talk about
excellent.
that? Like,
Yes.
yeah, he's great.
He's fabulous.
And
can't
I
wait
see
to make
Rissy
music
over
in
here in the
real time.
wings.
Yeah.
And I see Amanda over there on the couch. And I see Blythe over there.
Yes.
Or at least Blythe's lap.
I see Blythe's.
And Miles. I love
Oh.
Yeah.
So Carlin, Blythe, Tawdry, Rissy, you all have your names in your corner, so I think we all
Yeah.
know who you are. We are going to mosey on over to game time. I was gonna say propagated by Daniel, not propagated.
Propagated.
Curated.
Propaganda.
Curated.
Let's
Yes.
be, like this whole show is just propagated and curated by Daniel Neruda. So thank
That's
you,
true.
sir, for doing
Thank
what
you,
you
Daniel.
do.
Absolutely.
Mm.
So we do have a new game that we want to play. I don't know if we should do that.
Do we start
For-
off with the new
doesn't
thing, or do
matter.
we start off with something comfortable and old? I don't know.
I don't know because I don't know.
Okay, let's do some
Why do we
New
do
thing.
some-
New
Whiplash.
thing. New thing.
new thing.
Nope, she wants to do new thing. Okay.
Amanda says new thing, so we're gonna
I
do
don't
the
know.
brand new thing.
So this is called What the Dub,
Mhm.
and we're basically going to be shown a bunch of. It's kind of a combination of Quiplash and MST3K. I said that right. Yeah, Mr. Science Theater. Yeah. So it's basically we get
What's
a,
buzzing,
we get
cousin?
A quick
Time
prompt
for What
of
the
a
Dub?
terrible B movie, and then there's some missing audio, and then it's up to each of us in our phones to come up with some kind of quippy, quirky audio to fill in the gap, and it is delightful. We just played this a couple days ago. I found it
Yeah.
on Nintendo Switch, and I was like, we'll see how funny this is. And just the three of us were playing, and we were peeing our pants with laughter.
Oh my.
Well, I was.
I mean, I wasn't.
You weren't.
But you know what? to
I
each
had
their
a
own.
little trickle. That's all I'm saying.
So Imp in My Head is here and waves. Is that Imp in My Head? Are you one of the Joshes?
Yes.
Yes.
It's one of the one of the Joshes.
All
Good
right.
to see you as always.
So just for our players right now, our guests, you will see prompts on the screen, which will later show up to the audience. Or actually, I think this one doesn't have an audience.
I think it does.
Does it? Oh, there is. Okay. All right. So we just have to just follow those directions. Go to that website down in the lower right-hand corner. And then put in the code. And I will stop micromanaging from here.
Okay, so I am no longer on chat. I love you all, chat.
Yeah, I've got some chat on real quick over here. So if you just get it. All right. Pick a name.
Like Kate in the chat asked, is that the torso of Blythe? And yes, it is the torso of Blythe with the kitty on it.
Oh, Miles. I loved him.
He's just being the ultimate lap cat today, which is a little unusual.
I was
So
gonna say, usually he's more of a spicy burrito.
yeah, he's a very independent cat. So when he's like this, it's just a joy.
All the kitties are independent.
The Wildcats of Texas got Blythe. She's just a torso now.
I'm digging the 70s porn soundtrack that this game has.
Mm-hmm. 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 Only had closed captioning.
Right?
Oh,
We can only wish. If we have more than 6 players, I'm happy to just chill and laugh at you. I mean, with you.
Oh no,
So
you
you're-
should definitely be in.
Yes, join. No, Michael. No. You're already in. Stay in. I've already worked it out. Yes.
Cool.
I can't dub while I'm with Cat.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't dub, but you could dab.
I just did. You couldn't see it though.
I felt it
In your heart.
in my heart.
All right, so basically we're gonna see a clip of film, which apparently is in whatever rights situation has to be in. I'm not coming up with the words. Okay, go on.
Well, I'm just saying I already explained to the audience.
Okay, I just want
You want
the
to say it
players to be
again.
prepared
Oh, okay.
that we are going to write something funny
We are going to be funny. That is.
where the video tells us to.
Okay. Are you in the audience?
No, I'm in the game. See, my name
Oh, you
is
did get in
Michael.
there. Sorry.
Same name I had when you married me.
It was so long ago. How can she be expected
It
to
was
remember?
a really long time ago. Like a really long time ago.
Hi, buddy.
There's an audience member. Nice.
It's me.
Howie, Waikio. And Howie is playing.
So does that mean we can have more audience members? This game is by a different game maker than we normally play on this stream. So it's all new. It's all new.
Crazy. All right.
Those
What
kittens.
is that even?
He's hugging her.
Oh my god. Is that hugging or choking?
Hugging.
Okay. Anybody else? Get your code in. Oh, there was some discrepancy about the code on the chat.
I think it's that people might have been trying to enter it at Jackbox instead of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is not a Jackbox game.
It's not a Jackbox. It's a different.
They would probably buy it. Yeah. It's very Jackboxy.
Yeah.
I'm very
It like works in exactly the same ways that Jackbox works. The timing is great. It works for this kind of casual party game situation.
Don't sketch.
Let's cash.
Cash money.
So next week we have the Galaxy Electric,
Do we?
and we also have Kim and Dr. Mom.
Oh, is that?
Kim!
It's supposed to happen. I'll need to double check with Kim and make sure her timeline is driving because she's on her way to Missouri.
Well, she's on her way to Florida, and then she has to go to Missouri.
Right, but
Yeah.
she'll be in Missouri next week. So there's some. She'll be doing some music, and her mom, who is an osteopath, will be our interview. Her. You have to ask her about all your aches and pains.
My knees hurt right now.
Yeah,
so,
you
like
can-
I will ask Kim's mom about
Yep.
that.
Is it raining outside?
Are we ready?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I mean, my knees actually hurt all the
I
time.
was gonna say I don't think it's on the weather.
Yeah, whenever there's like a front moving in, it's like my head explodes. And I'm like, I can't believe clouds give me migraines. What the fuck?
No bueno.
Oh, it looks like
I'm
they've
sorry
already
you have
expanded the
migraines,
audience
but
size.
that's
So
funny.
let's see how many people we can get in here.
Like a clown car. Who else wants-
Ugh.
Yo, Sari Cat just said we are enjoying 80-degree weather here.
Yeah, that's when we had
Shut up.
when we had lab meeting on Thursday. My boss was like, "Everyone get outside. It's supposed to be 80 this weekend," and I was like, "Fuck you! It's snowing here. Why am I? Why
Here
Oregon?"
instead of in Eugene.
Yeah. So Tawdry, I've actually seen you perform. I may have met you at Avalon's Halloween party a couple years ago. If you were there, I was brand new to Eugene at the time, but I've definitely seen you perform in the before times.
I'm so sorry for your gain. And I do think I was at that Halloween party.
Yeah, but it was all like I barely knew Avalon, and that was it. So I certainly don't remember any names because I'm shit with names. So
Oh, me too.
yeah.
Should we
Okay,
start this
just
game?
lost an
Yeah, let's do it.
Audience
so I'm
members
gonna
are
go
going
ahead
down.
and start this.
Do it.
Oh, does somebody have to press a thing?
It's
Is it?
either
I'm
Daniel or
waiting for
Missy.
the game to be started.
Oh, here we go.
Huzzah!
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy. Round 1.
Fight.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
You say for the paper?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's so it's very quick. You have to.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
I'm reviewing the hottest porn. I'm not mad.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
White men are very sad about something, so it must be important and should be reported on.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
There's a gang of llamas wearing wigs. We need an inside scoop now.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
New sex robots are out.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
The damn Reds are making space lasers and using them to turn American lads into the Lavender Menace. The people have a right to know.
Got a sudden assignment for the paper.
Oh gosh, what now, Joe?
I'm making paper crowns. It's called recycling. Heard of it?
Time to place your vote, folks.
Oh, that's already really good. Oh, wow.
I like so many of these.
You're almost out of time. You're a certified dreamboat. Yowza!
Well done.
Oh,
Menanda.
So many dubs, so little time. Let's get into it.
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
Time to let your ambitions soar. Enter your dub. Better hurry!
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
That I would one day be laying on a rock with minimal body hair and a woman I can ignore.
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
I've got 27 dicks and they sing.
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
It's Little Caesar's pizza for life. What more could I ever want from life?
I made a wish on a falling
Literally
star, as they
anything
used
else?
to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
I found you. An amazing, beautiful, intelligent lady who loves me. With boobies, too.
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago. Now, the wish has come true.
It's that I'll always have someone like you, to be by my side, sucking our stomachs in together, just as we are now. Forever.
I made a wish on a falling star, as they used to do many years ago.
Very poetic.
Now, the wish has come true.
I'm on the flattest rock with the pointiest boobies.
Vote or don't. The choice is yours.
Oh gosh.
You're so good.
They're so good.
I had to vote for the one I voted for.
You did have to do that. Yes.
Thank you. They just really like to cram themselves into the little tiny.
You're on a roll.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know. I had to vote for that.
So good.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. 27 dicks though, that's what I would have done.
Well, thank you.
Round
This is
3.
pretty great.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub. Time's running out.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Nope, nope. I did not see your embarrassing erection at the staff meeting.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Someone's mad on Twitter about Star Wars.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
A giant mouse with a dick for a head. And peeps.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Krispy Kreme is offering a free donut every day to anyone who can prove they've been vaccinated.
Hey, Fred. Did you see what I see?
Nobody cares about your goddamn hallucinations, Jim.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote. Hurry up. You're as fit as a butcher's dog, kid. Way to go!
All right. Amanda, that was so good.
Thank you.
So good.
Break a leg, kid. Here comes the next round.
A mouthful of
Are you
dubs.
sure that's the girl? Follow her, Hamid.
Enter your dub. You're almost out of time.
Are you sure that's the girl?
Oh yeah, that's her all right. I'd recognize those bazongas anywhere.
Follow her, Hamid. Are you sure that's the girl?
The dame with the legs that won't quit, fire for hair, and a smile that drives men to madness. Yep, that's our eldritch abomination.
Follow her, Hamid. Are you sure that's the girl?
I wouldn't mistake those gams for any other gams. It's her.
Follow her, Hamid.
Hams,
Are you
bazongas.
sure that's the girl?
Yes, see how she's wearing a t-shirt that says yes, I'm the girl.
Follow her, Hamid. Are you sure that's the girl?
Well, she's carrying a bag of tacos.
Follow her, Hamid. Are you sure that's the girl?
Oh.
Frank said she had a heart of gold and tits that don't quit, so really, it could be literally anyone.
Follow her, Hamid.
Round's over. Let's vote.
Oh god, it's so hard.
Hustle! Hustle! Slick here lands
Yes,
a big
so
tackle
good.
and finishes
Yeah.
the round.
That was the best.
I want tacos right now. Wow, pulling into the lead.
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
I have the points.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
No time to waste. Enter your dub now. Quick, enter your dub.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
The branch DVD-ons.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
The Navy, where you'll work with LT Smash to make musicals.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
Just kidding. Everyone gets a kitten.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
The one that moderates Chat.
I shall request of the War Department upon your graduation next week that all of you be assigned to the most dangerous branch of the United States Army.
The Army's Twitter feed.
Which dub did you like best?
Oh
Vote
man, I
now!
missed it. Just like it didn't take my answer.
Oh no.
Mine was a very obscure Simpsons reference that I was the only thing I could think of.
Mine was the cow tippers.
Oh, Rissy.
I know. Oh well.
Yeah.
Someone's got it made in the shade.
Hey, kittens.
Meh. The Branch Davidians, that one was so good, Lion.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here's our
I can explain
winner.
it to you later.
Yep.
One word.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Can we play this game forever?
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Can I get another beer first?
Well, I'd call this one a success. Let's give it up for the winner.
When you're playing,
The Triumph of Ranking Dog.
Blythe or Frankie Dorkman Plong.
I've got
Michael,
Seems
you're a
appropriate.
FBI agent.
another one, a different one,
Another one!
another one. You want to do the okay?
So good!
Rissy has spoken.
Okay. We'll do another.
Oh,
Let the dubs
Tawdry,
begin. Head to
I,
playwtd.com and
I
enter
heard
your
you're
room
a blue
code.
eyeshadow enthusiast, and so it's probably impossible to see, but I put on my favorite blue eyeshadow. I don't know.
I really feel blessed. My favorite thing about what I study, the fact that I study the closed captions for porn and blue eyeshadow, is that my inbox is nothing but fun pictures.
Oh, awesome! My camera is so friggin' far away that it's like my eye makeup almost never shows up on camera. But I was like, wait, she's a blue eyeshadow enthusiast. I have to put on my blue eyeshadow.
You could have lied to me, and it's the thought that counts.
Aw! Well, it's a multi-chrome from Cleona Cosmetics. It's an aqua blue with pink and then gold shifts.
Wow. I like that you came with like the details ready to go.
Oh,
like it's
yeah.
not just a blue eyeshadow. It's got chromes. Here they are.
I always try to be prepared when dealing
Bitch
with
will
experts.
come at you with makeup facts. Also, weird or obscure facts about other things, but definitely makeup.
Yep.
I just love being around other makeup enthusiasts.
Make sure you sign in. You have to sign into the new one.
Oh.
By the way,
Oh shit.
we got another game. One more game.
Not showing anything in.
There you are. Oh, do I need to? I might have to sign there in. Okay. Oh, I know the kittens. They're on you. Okay. So is everybody in your house asleep, Carlin, or are you sneaking out to play games?
Pretty much. Well, the two kids are asleep.
Yeah.
I can hear it. I think Nicole's upstairs watching television.
Yeah.
And I am like, we always go to bed and then the child wakes up like 3 hours later.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot. But yeah, thanks you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. and
No
hanging out.
problem. Let's be in touch.
All right. Have a good night.
See ya.
I wasn't trying to kick anybody out.
He already said he was leaving, but it was in the chat, so you probably didn't see it.
Oh, no, I did not.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that there's a chat symbol and there are some notifications that I should probably click on.
It's so far away though.
But it's real far away and
There's nothing to be done about it.
it's too late.
You're so good to us.
Wait, Winnie and Gary, did they get kicked out of something?
Really?
I don't know. I'm just looking in chat real fast.
Are they like?
What did Jimmy do?
Is everybody in? I don't like that I think I have the power to start the game.
It's okay.
And it's too much
You
power.
got the touch. You can leave the power with Daniel.
Where it belongs.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think there are more questions about audience participation maybe in the chat.
Yeah.
Does this game only allow? I don't know how old this chat is.
I don't know.
I don't
We're
know.
new to this game.
Apparently, people were getting kicked out of the audience.
Oh, why?
We've only played this
For
just
opening
the
up
three
those
of us.
Werther's candies.
Oh, that's. They told you not to talk in the theater. They were not joking.
Get out.
And now you're gonna go to the special hell.
Yeah. Valerie says games kicked people out of the audience. Wow, that's a rude game.
Wow.
Very rude.
Damn game.
Did you do something to deserve it? What were you wearing?
What were you wearing?
Why are you victim blaming?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. My phone. It's fine. Yeah.
If we don't laugh, we'll cry.
That's
Yeah.
the truth of it.
I have so many cats on me.
That's why I had to take my sweater off. I'm so warm from being covered with kittens.
Yeah.
It's a rough,
covered with kittens.
It's a rough life. Let me tell you.
Oh, and there's Miles again. There's
Miles
Oh
came
yeah,
back.
look at this
We have like
flux capacitor
flux-
formation in her lap.
I have like there's the
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some symbol. We're gonna take off.
It's a or a Mercedes.
Or a I have a
I
Mercedes
don't know.
in my crotch.
Yep.
A fuzzy
Yeah.
Mercedes in my crotch.
You've got a very fuzzy bikini going on right there.
I mean, yeah, it's April in New England, so what do I care?
Fair enough.
All right. Do it.
Welcome to What the Dub. The rules are simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy.
Ready for you.
Round one.
Tawdry Hepburn should have like
My only sister is
No
disappeared.
pressure,
The
but-
local police seem utterly unable to find her.
Show them you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
also you can't talk and you forget how to do your job.
My sister's missing. No one can find her or something.
Thank you. Police couldn't find her.
Hustle! Hustle!
I'm sorry, Monty.
I think I
My
just
only
got it.
sister has disappeared. The local police seem utterly unable to find her.
Well, maybe she should not wear that candy cane pattern and the dumb hat. And what's with all the scrolls?
My only sister has disappeared. The local police seem utterly unable to find her.
Have you tried looking in the sanitarium where you left her, you bitch?
My only sister has disappeared. The local police seem utterly unable to find her.
But really, the police are too busy killing children to go look for missing ones. So,
My only sister has disappeared. The local police seem utterly unable to find her.
I ate her.
Love
My
it.
only sister has disappeared. The local police seem utterly unable to find her.
How can we ensure they never dig up her body I buried in the garden?
My only sister
Ain't
has
it all out
disappeared. The
there?
local police seem utterly unable to find her.
Did they check the nearest pole?
What did you think was the best?
Wow.
Oh man.
I was doing a Where's Waldo thing. I don't think it was appropriate.
Oh, the stripe.
Yeah, and there was a book where you had to find a bunch of scrolls. Never mind.
Wow, that was a deep.
Yeah.
That is deep cuts.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was not. Not relatable.
You take the egg, baby.
That was good.
Winner,
That was
winner.
really good. So good.
Well done.
Thank you. I was like, I can't think of anything clever.
No, that works.
Another round of What the Dub is coming at you.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
For once, Pritchard may be right.
Give it your best shot and enter your dub. Hurry up.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
Ended as a human sacrifice and organization. It was delightful.
For once, Pritchard may be right.
Should have said
What
orgy.
began as a silly
That's
party given
fine.
by an eccentric.
Should end with the biggest orgy featuring slurping we've ever seen.
Orgy.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
Turned into this Quarantinapalooza. What the fuck are we doing with our lives?
For once, Pritchard may be right.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
Has now become the ball slappinest orgy of all time.
Oh, so many orgies.
May be right.
So many.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
I wanted to ride the tiger on the carousel my whole life.
For once, Pritchard may be right.
What began as a silly party given by an eccentric.
Turned out to be the best party of our lives. Did you see the bouncy castle?
For once, Pritchard may be right.
Vote for your favorite dub.
Ball slappinist.
Pretty horrifying, honestly.
Are they trying to
steer your
make
vote?
you- Yeah, exactly. Is it
Time's
rigged?
running out.
Have you paid them off? Is that why you win all the time?
Oh shit!
The scandal.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
too
That's
much.
fair.
day.
Well, damn.
Round 3.
All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Oh God. Oh boy.
Time to let your ambitions
Oh,
soar.
no.
Enter your dub.
Yeah.
Wait. Boy.
Really hard to make this topic funny. I'm sure there was a time when it was hilarious.
All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Are currently attacking our nation's capital in the worst display of racist redneck idiocy seen since the Civil War.
Yep, someone
All
went
law
there.
enforcement agencies
There we go.
and the military.
Should be disbanded and they should learn a useful skill like coding or knitting.
All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Have turned on each other. They're doing us all a favor by defending themselves. To death.
All law
Defunding,
enforcement agencies and the
defunding.
military.
Are headed to Walmart.
I believe it.
All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Want to say trans rights are human rights.
Oh, no, they don't.
All law enforcement agencies and the military.
Are real concerned about your grandpa. How many mega hats does he own?
Vote now or forever hold your peace.
You know, that movie is what you want it to be.
It's got real dark.
No.
Hey, we're in a weird place as a nation.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice that?
I really like the knitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
No,
gonna be
I
honest,
shouldn't
love
say that
Walmart.
outside, but
No, everyone already voted. So Walmart. Yeah, Walmart.
This top dog is hip to the jive.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
coding
Yeah,
or
that's
knitting.
good.
Yep.
Round 4.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's fair.
An item taken off of an airman. Oh, that's so good though. I would have voted
You're
for
almost
that.
out of time.
I.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
No, I have coding and knitting to do.
Yeah, the
Guys,
callback.
what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
All jinkies, I can't cause I'm made of pure cocaine.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come
That would
along?
be bad to put him in the water then.
I don't have any waterproof drag makeup. You guys never share.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
No, thanks. I'd rather pull out all my pubes one by one and then shove them all into my own urethra.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
Aw, that's so cute.
I'd rather punch myself in the balls. Your sport is dumb.
Guys, what a drag. All you ever do is water ski.
You want to come along?
Aw, I can't. I have to watch Leave It to Beaver.
What did you think was the best? Vote!
Can we vote for just the audio of pubies? Like just that.
I'm choosing to because
in my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just don't have the perfect candidate. You have to vote for like what's closest to what matches your taste.
You're almost out of time.
I finally got some points. Jesus.
Thank you, Mananda. Cubies.
Cubies.
One word. Wow.
Yeah.
Cubies.
Your sport is dumb.
So do we need to keep this in mind for future?
Grab your martini glass. Next up is the final round.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I came to warn you.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub. You're almost out of time.
I came to warn you.
The SJ dubs are here to take your dick away and gay marry it to another dick.
I came to warn you.
The Lavender Menace is approaching and they bring with them the tradition of brunch.
I came to warn you.
My mother took up knitting and has made you a merkin, so you can have pubies, too.
I came to warn you.
Cowboys are so out right now. Get off that stupid horse and put on this plaid shirt and glasses.
I came to warn you.
You have AIDS. Maybe.
Not
I came to warn you.
Pubies, 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 pubies.
Time to place your vote, folks.
Oh, wow.
That is commitment to
Brady.
That's unfair.
Already. Poignant and funny. You have a gift.
That was you.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
So did you type that out or
Thank
did you
you,
copy
Ryan.
paste it?
And the winner is...
The pubies carried you to victory.
I score.
Oh my goodness.
That was amazing.
Brains.
It's only because it
good
wasn't
looks,
just
and
one
hot
pubie.
dubs.
It was the
Winner
amount.
has it all.
Yeah.
Let's give him a hand.
Blythe, you are naked man number 2.
Oh man.
I mean, not number 1.
Well then, thank you everyone for joining us. Who is that? 56
joke now, and it's just
right. Special thanks to Daniel Neruda for running our show. Thank you to Mrs. Tawdry Hepburn. Thank you, Carlin Tripp, for playing. Thank you, Molly Lewis, for jumping in last minute.
Hey, you guys. What do you call a bee with a Star Wars laser?
I don't know. What?
A QB.
Wow.
Thank you, everyone.